Hey everyone, I am here to tell you a story of how watching Madama Butterfly, actually listening to Madama Butterfly, changed the direction of my life. These things happen when you listen to opera, things happen. So I was at that point a decorative painter, and I was painting a faux finish in a house with a huge room, bigger than I'd ever worked on before. And the customer was a little problematic. I had given her, all kinds of sample boards to review. She chooses what she wants, and then she doesn't like it. It's kind of the customer's responsibility to look at the board and make sure they like it before we paint it across lots of big walls. So, it was not a fabulously wonderful situation. I'm going up and down these stairs of this ladder, and I have not one, but two wrist braces on. And I'm thinking to myself, I can barely paint. And I'm like, this can't go on. I can't, I'm not going to be able to keep doing this for my career. So on this ladder, on this miserable Saturday, painting this miserable faux finish, I'm listening to Madama Butterfly. It was about 11 years ago, and the host was Margaret Juntwaite, who you may or may not know, depending on how long you've been an opera fan. She used to always host the Met Opera Radio broadcasts. And it was this same production that will be live in HD Saturday. It is, I think, the Minghella production, I think is his name. And a lot of people talk about the puppetry in this production. So Margaret is describing in great detail everything that is happening, all the beauty of it. And I have no idea what it looks like. I'm just like living it through her description. And, as a whole this was a long faux finish. I listened to that the whole afternoon. And as, more and more, I couldn't even move my hands. I knew that my little idea to make opera jewelry was not any longer just a little thing on the side or a little dream. It was something that had to happen because I was physically not going to be able to paint anymore if I wanted to retain the use of my hands. So I just telling you this story to encourage you to go and see Madama Butterfly in this production Saturday, because it is beautiful. Now, people say, oh, this puppet freaks me out, and you hear a lot about the puppetry, and if you don't know what it looks like, you can get turned off by what people are saying. But it's nothing like what you think. It is a type of artistic Japanese flavored puppetry that pervades the whole thing. It's not like somebody just gave you a production of Madama Butterfly and plopped this puppetry kid into it as like an easy way out of dealing with a child for Butterfly's child. The whole thing is a work of art in itself, the whole production. Like when birds fly across the screen, they're origami birds made into sort of puppetry. And the night of ending stars at the end of Act One, where they're the love duet and they're singing, and there's all these lanterns that are kind of representing the stars. There's a beauty to this production that is hard to describe when people just like look at one clip and say, oh, the puppet freaks me out. So, and it was very meaningful to me to be able to see it a couple of years ago, having remembered those moments standing on the ladder just listening to Margaret describe the production. So that was how listening to Madama Butterfly changed my life. It didn't have anything specifically to do with Madama Butterfly, but over the course of those 4 or 5 hours, I had to make decisions that changed everything. So I hope you will join me live in HD on Saturday and experience this production for yourself, because it's worth seeing. All right, everybody, have a great